students, welcome to Global Heights, and it's me Niharika on English Tubers, my channel name. Please do subscribe to it if you're liking Global Heights Gulmohar series. Do like, share and subscribe genuinely. Now students, before starting the reading chapter, let me tell you these reading sessions which I am doing in Gulmohar series, students of all levels, you all can follow this reading pattern with your subjects, okay? Maybe your chapter would be something else. The name of the chapter would be something else. The content may be different, but the reading pattern, the technique, the pronunciation, the important words, the spelling out of different words, the grammatical structure, remains the same. Okay, students, to understand the grammatical structure, students, I tell you to do actions. I tell you to read it out aloud. Yes? And if you do all these things, believe me, students, you can score better marks, and you can just not score better marks. You're not just studying it for studying's sake, right? You're studying it because you want to really speak out in a better way. Okay, you want to present your presentations nicely, effectively. They should say, wow, solid presentation, yeah. Yes, you want that comment or not for yourself, or when you're talking, when you're presenting something, you should be the best. So how to do that? You can do this through these sessions. Okay, so now let's start, students. So students, if you have watched my video on phonics, there I have mentioned about all the phonetical sounds, and you can practice it with action. Doesn't matter where you're from, 9th class, 10th class, 11th, 12th, your only content will change. The strategies to speak effectively and present your presentations nicely and to be a good presenter, you have to follow these techniques this way, and you can score not only better marks, but you can really perform well in your practical life. Okay, let's see how to use the phonic sounds in a sentence. A windhover, see, a windhover, it's a bird. Hover is a small hunting bird, also called as kestrel. Okay, so see, kestrel, k-e-s-t-r-l. Okay, most of the time the bird just hovers mean it floats in the air and flaps its wings without moving forward. Here is a windover tells this story or its story. Here a windover tells its story. So here you can use something like this to make it more interesting, so that you sound beautiful. When I opened my eyes, the sky is the first thing I see, and the wind is the first thing I feel. So you can do this action, I feel, I see. Now let's continue. Okay, I hear chipping from the egg. Chipping, so chipping, a cracking sound from the egg close to my own broken shell. A pointed beak burst through meaning something that comes out suddenly. Okay, that is burst through. There is more chipping. I see there is more chipping that now that windover, that baby bird is hearing more and more cracking sound. Okay, like for example, see, like this cracking sound, like this. Okay, the cracking sound of the eggshell, that is chipping. Okay, I see a tiny, so adjective, tiny, pale head, adjective. A chick struggle out of its shell, so it's an expression, out of its shell. I'm trying to come out of this problem, I'm trying to come out. Okay, and then another, they are my brother and sister. Our mother and father bring us a mouse as fast as they can catch them. We can eat and grow fast. So only stop at full stop. Don't stop in between. Don't give unnecessary pauses in between. We never give unnecessary pauses in between. I give pause only at a full stop, commas, where punctuation marks are there, students. We don't unnecessarily stop in a sentence. Okay, please keep that in mind. We live in a hole in a wall of a school. We stretch, so you can do this stretch like this. You can remember the sound, remember the action, and you can remember the vocabulary being used over there. The children in the playground are now looking up, phrasal verb, looking up and pointing at us, They are saying, look, the baby bent overs. And see, students, when I use this exclamation mark, when I use these exclamation marks, then I'll show you one thing. These are interjections. When I use expressions, oh my God, look at the baby bent overs. So I give that sudden emotion, that feeling, that expression. Those are called as interjection. They're complete sentence in themselves. They're complete sentence. Okay? Now, one evening after the school, I hear a sound of footstep coming towards us. We shuffle to the back of the roost. Okay, what's this roost? A place where the birds rest. We see a dark shape over us. Okay, and we screech, kee. That's the kee sound. Screech, like when you all of a sudden when you apply brakes, okay, of the car, you hear that screeching sound. Okay, cars screeched, buses honked. We studied this in Rosa. Okay. This is not a mother or father, so you do these expressions. You can read. See, I'm reading, students, from the book, and I am doing the expressions at the same time. I'm doing the actions to remember the vocabularies, to remember the phrases. This will help you to remember to solve the question and answers and the exercises which you'll be solving in the next coming chapter. This creature does not smell like a bird. I peck at it. Peck, like peck. Okay, so you peck with a beak. Okay, a strange noise and holds me tight. So this creature makes a strange noise and holds me tight. I'm bundled into a sack. Bundle, so there's a sack in which you keep grains, wheat, okay, onions, vegetables, like a sack. Okay, it's like a bag that is made up of a different type of cotton. Okay. So in that sack, he was bundled up and was taken away from the home, right? So students, we are stopping here. I'll continue the rest of the chapter in the next video. Please till then, practice reading this way. I hope I'm clear.